Hey guys, welcome back. Once again, I was recording an episode and was about halfway through it, and it turns out I wasn't recording. So it's kind of weird having to go back and re-say everything that you already said again a second time. Let me go ahead and put this stuff away, just collected from the mob spawner. You see some stuff in my inventory that doesn't normally exist there. Talk about that in a minute. Okay, so last episode we were talking about the spider spawner. I had set up the spawning room and the killing mechanism, called it a success, said I'd never have to go into the spawning room again. Well, guess what? I had to go into the spawning room. And the reason is because the way I had it set up before worked, but it would every once in a while clog with spiders. And I was told by a couple of people actually that the room was too small and it needed to be 9 by 9. Now I wasn't sure if that was 9 by 9 by 9 or it just had to be, 9 by 9, just, a certain height. So I started playing around with it, and I expanded the room a little bit, and that messed with the water streams. So I tried adjusting the water streams, and I ended up having to put like a secondary water stream in there to keep everything moving, and one thing after another, and the way the spiders were coming through and falling down was kind of broken at that point. They were kind of getting stuck. They weren't flowing through. It was just turned into a big headache. So I ended up having to redo that spawning floor in there. Guess these guys aren't spawning for whatever. Oh, there's one. Let me go ahead and throw this on peaceful real quick. Show you what this thing's looking like now, the changes that I made. It is significantly better, I think. Way better than I had it set up before. I guess I need this one. Okay, so first things first, I extended the room out. I think it was either a block or two this direction, a block or two this direction, and same thing both sides. So I just basically made the entire room bigger. The ceiling before only came up to the second block, so I extended it up a couple more blocks. And overall, the spawning space in this room is a lot bigger than it was before. I don't necessarily think it's that 9 by 9. It's pretty close. I'm not really sure if that's really going to have any impact on it at this point, though. You can see the water streams are a lot different now. You see a bunch of signs here. So basically, I had one water stream here and one water stream in the opposite corner. They're all pushing towards the center before, and that worked until I extended this room out. And now that it's bigger, they were stopping pretty short, so I had to dig down about right here, and just everything kind of seemed weird about the way that the water streams are set up, so I scrapped that whole idea. I dug down 2 in the center where the drop shaft is, and it's too deep. So the spiders, when they spawn, they come into this water and they're pushed towards the center. Now I don't know if I guess hold on just a second. There we go. Now I don't know if these signs along the bottom here are really going to have any impact on how the spiders are coming out. But I had those there in hopes that the spiders wouldn't try and fight against the current. They would just think, they could just go over this and drop and just, drop down without a fight. I don't know if those are really helping at all at this point, but it seems like the spiders, as soon as they spawn, they fall into this water and just go straight to the center channel. They're not fighting, they're not climbing the walls. So it seems to be working pretty well. And then I put these signs on top of those signs to prevent this water from flowing down into this channel. And like I said, the channel's too deep so the spiders can't just jump out. And then it's just a one high hole over here where the spiders get washed down into the chute and they fall straight down. Before there was kind of water hanging over the edge and the spiders kind of swimming in that for a second and hanging out there before dropping. So now this is really fast. The spiders drop down, they go into the center channel, immediately get washed down into that shaft, and they fall straight down. A couple of things that I noticed about this spider spawner that I wasn't aware of before. Oh, I need to grab those torches actually. Spider spawners can spawn way more mobs at a time than like zombie spawners and skeleton spawners. I didn't know that. I think I saw up to 8 or 9 spiders spawn from this thing all hanging out at the same time, which is crazy. It's a lot of spiders. Oop. Yeah, because skeleton and zombie spawners can only have like 5 out at a time. But yeah, there's like 3 that just spawned right now. You see it, they just come immediately down. No waiting at all, which is really cool. Makes it a lot faster. Now the only problem is, like I said before, items are possible to land on that lava and, you know, be destroyed, which kind of sucks. But it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, these spiders spawn a lot. They die fast. There's no waiting involved at all. And, you know, if you're going to be collecting stuff from these, you're probably just going to be chilling here anyway, AFK. I mean, because you got to be so close to the spawner before they spawn. And you can't, you know, just wait over at the base, come back here and pick up a whole bunch of string. So, I was kind of AFK here for like, I don't know, about 2 hours. I was watching a movie on Netflix. This is just kind of like in the background, I had on mute. And after a couple hours I had something like, 8 or 9 stacks of string, I think. So it works pretty good, even though it might have some item loss. It might not be 100%, but I mean, it works good enough for anything that I need for it. Okay. So today, I've been thinking about it for a while. I talked about it a little bit in episode 34, for those of you who've been with me that long. If not, you can go back and check it out if you'd like. It's towards the end of the video. I was talking about a different type of mob system than the one I currently have in here. The one that I have now is Hypno's design. It's a spawning pad area that's like 30 blocks below this base, and it filters all the mobs to the center, and it brings them up through a water elevator, and they kind of cruise along underneath my floor here and into the killing mechanism, which is kind of cool. But I do want to try this other type of mob killing mechanism. So I picked out an area about 3 weeks ago, I think, and it looks like it'll be a real nice area to be able to light up all the existing land area and set up like a mob tower, mob trap. I don't know if I'm going to do the full tower yet or not. I don't know exactly how I'm going to have this set up, but I think it's going to be kind of cool. Let me grab some stuff. I did this the last time when I wasn't recording, and yeah, I kind of remembered, like, after I was almost there, that I probably should have brought some stuff with me, some supplies. You'll notice I got cobblestone in these chests down here. Well, those 6 double chests there have cobblestone, and this one up here is all full. And I've been overflowing into these. So yeah, I got a lot of cobblestone to use. So let's see, I wanted to grab probably some wood. I can get rid of this stuff from the first time through. Let's grab some wood. I don't really know how much I need. I'll bring that much. Okay. So yeah, I picked out this spot like 3 weeks ago. I didn't do it in this world, it was in a backup world, so I didn't have the chunks rendered in this one yet. Now the reason why I want to do this now is because 1.8 is going to be coming out. They said, or not, well, I don't know if it was Notch or Jeb or whoever said that the biomes are going to be bigger. And if that's the case, the area that I picked out right now, I mean, the land generation might be completely different too. So I'd rather come through and render the chunks and get this all set up, since 1.8 could completely change the way that landscape looks. I don't know, has anybody noticed that coming through the portal now? I don't know if it's in a recent update. I don't really come to the Nether that often, but it seems like coming through the Nether portal is almost instant, where before it seemed like, you know, it would save your old map or save the outside world and be like, you know, simulating world for a bit or whatever. It seemed like it took like 45 seconds before. Now it's almost instant. Okay, so the area that I've picked out is over this general way. It's actually not that far at all, really, through the Nether. Oop, nope, not down here. So yeah, I made it over here, and I realized that I'm going to have to punch through a wall to get there, because it's kind of all blocked off up here. So I just started drilling down this 2x1. I put the video on pause, or what I thought was pause. Checked what I'd already recorded, and realized that wasn't really recording. So I was like, oh man. Okay, so this is where I had made it. Let me just dig this out a little bit further and get where I want to be. Be right back. Okay, got to where I needed to be. It's not actually that far from where I stopped the video. Just show you real quick. Throw some of these torches down. Actually ran out of room. Don't need one piece of string. Okay, so this is where it's at. It's not too far from my entry point into the Nether. And just right over here. Now I think I'm going to do an actual real full Nether portal. I'm not going to do one of those economy portals. Let's open this up just a little bit more. The roof needs to be one more high, I think. Okay. I guess I'll get rid of torches for now. Now the problem with a with a portal and a 1x1 or 1x2 hole is it's gonna be off-centered. I don't know. Oh well. So just like that. Oh, I failed. Oh man. Okay, I'll be right back. Good times, good times. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going one lower. And I'll bring this back just a little bit more. So I could open this up just to make it look a little more right. Okay. Just need to light her up. And hopefully I end up where I wanted to be. So we'll find out pretty soon. actually, let's let everything load real quick. I think this is actually exactly right where I wanted it to be. Let's see, where am I? Trying to... Yeah, it was... Yeah, right here. This is right where I wanted the portal, and that's right where it popped up. That is perfect. Let's just make a little place to stand. Okay. So, as you can see, this is kind of a big open watery area. A little bit of land around. Now, I don't know how many people have watched like Doc M77's world, where he's got like a big perimeter area. It's kind of what I wanted to do here. The water takes care of all the spawnable land area over here, so it doesn't need to be lit up at night. So mobs won't spawn out here. There's a little bit of land over there that I'm going to have to light up or get rid of, so it's all water. And, you know, just some land over here, not a big deal. But yeah, it's mostly just ocean right here, and that's really cool. It takes care of a lot of work. I'm just going to have to go through, find all the caves below, light those all up. And yeah, so my plan is to make 4 separate mob towers, and being that each region is 512 blocks. Oh. So this is like the border of one region, and 248 is a multiple of 512. So base, or I think the regions are 512. Yeah, so 248 is a multiple of 512. So this is on the corner of 4 regions. So I'm going to have like one mob tower or mob trap like right here. One over here, one over here, one over here. But they're probably going to be in the sky. It's probably going to be like a mob tower kind of a design. So that's my plans for the future. I'm not giving up on my current base. That's always going to be my main base of operations. But I'm kind of limited there. There's a lot of land. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of little caves, lots of little ins and outs. And it's kind of impossible to have like a really efficient mob system there. I mean, the one I have works to a point. It doesn't work very much at all during nighttime. But this will end up working out real well once I have this set up, I believe. I want to have a passive mob system, so I can actually get wool or, you know, dye sheep and stuff. And I think this will probably be the best way to go about it at this time. So yeah, that's my plans for now. I'm going to have to go through and find all the caves like I said. I thought I saw some mobs down under here. There's probably actually a lot of caves around here that need to be lit up. Yeah, this is going to take a while to get it set up properly, but it'll give me a good project to be working on, kind of a large project. Because I'm kind of running out of things to do at my main base. I mean, pretty much everything that you can do, I've done. I still have to set up like a seed farm and possibly a wheat farm, but I don't really need wheat. So I just kind of be one of those projects to do it just to do it. The other major thing that I want to do at the other base, at my main base, is to kind of set up, you know, like a path system, like a little walkway or something between all the little, you know, different farms out there. I mean, but other than that, I mean, there's really not much else to do besides, cave exploring, which you can only do so much of before that kind of gets boring to watch. So I think this will be kind of cool. It'll give me something new to work on. I'll have a dedicated area just for hostile and passive mobs, playing around with those guys. And I think that'll be kind of cool. Okay, I'm going to go check the time, see where we're at. And I'll be right back. Well, guys, I think that's probably going to end up doing it for today's episode. It's getting a little long. Got some stuff to think about here. Oh, I don't have to go very far for grass. That's nice. So there's my plans probably for the next few episodes. I've spent a lot of time at the current base that I've been at for a while now. I think it's something like 46 episodes that's been pretty much my main residence. I haven't really gone anywhere or done anything else. So this will be a good change of pace. It's kind of desolate, but I think it'll end up being a nice area once I get done with it. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.